It's the 20th of October 2012, out in the Gulf of Mexico on board my sailboat Miss Marley. Wind is very light. It was very strong yesterday, up to about 17, 20 knots. Rough as hell out here. But that's one thing about the ocean, you just wait long enough and it'll calm down. Just live through the rough times, it'll calm down in a few days. And as you can see, it's calmed down today very nicely. In fact, I need a little more wind. This morning I was about 30 miles offshore, 25 miles offshore, and started heading north to get within cell phone range, call my wife and see how things were at home. Been out here just a couple days. People ask me, why? Why do you go out there just sailing around? You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. Well, I guess they're right. They think I'm crazy sometimes, but I like to just come out here sailing, get more experience with the boat, different weather conditions, and learn how to live on the boat out at sea. I mean, men have been on ships at sea for 2 years, 3 years, and of course I've got a little boat 30 feet long, but I want to learn how to, live on it the best I can for little periods of time. What to eat, sleeping, taking care of myself, washing up, just surviving on this boat out here at sea under all conditions. That's what I want to learn how to do. That's why I do it. I'm not out here trying to set any records or accomplish anything particular. I'm just out here enjoying the solitude and getting the experience of being out here. Yeah, I get bored, but I can stay out here a long time. I used to think, well, I go out and I'll think about things. But I find that when I'm out here, I don't think much. I'm always concerned about the boat and the wind and the waves and the weather. That always occupies me. I do a lot of laying down if I can tie the wheel off. If I'm going upwind with enough wind, generally I can tie off the wheel and let the boat take care of itself. If I'm going downwind, then I have to spend a lot of time steering the boat, and that's a real hassle. I don't like doing that. I don't really have a good downwind rig in this boat. I'd like to get some sort of downwind rig, learn how to go downwind easily, let the boat do it on its own. But anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to get to the North Pole or anything like that, but why do men do that sort of thing? Why do they put themselves through things? My wife thinks I'm nuts. She says, you can't possibly be having fun. What's fun about it? Well, maybe it's fun to think about what you did afterwards. Maybe guys go to the North Pole so they can talk about it afterwards, or the South Pole or whatever. Climb the mountain. It's certainly not easy, but a sense of self-satisfaction and something to talk about afterwards, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just out here sailing along, not accomplishing anything. I used to fish a lot, but I'd always catch king mackerel, and I don't like to eat king mackerel. I don't have a lot of room here for fishing. With the solar panel and the lights and all that other nonsense. So it's a real hassle to get the fish on board. And then you're cutting him up down here and he gets blood everywhere. It's a real hassle. And since I don't like to eat them, hey, forget it. So I haven't been fishing much. If I can catch, those dolphin fish or red snap or something like that, yeah, but it's hard to catch bottom fish on a sailboat. Real hard. So I don't do much fishing. Just kind of existing out here. Once again, learning how to live on my boat at sea. That's really kind of what I'm doing. The wind has been light. Last night it was windy and rough. But today it's calmed down a lot. It was very slack a while ago. Now the wind is picking up a little bit more. But that's one thing about the ocean. If you can survive the rough times, eventually it calms down again. Tranquility returns to the sea eventually. But you got to survive the rough times, right? In this boat, you know, I could just kind of drop the sails and go down below and let nature take its course, and then come out again when the weather clears. That's kind of what I like to do. I don't like to get up here fighting the weather. I just drop the sails, you know, or leave up a little bit of sail. Heave to, we call it. Kind of turn into the wind and lock the wheel and just let the boat sit like a duck on the water. Of course, it's rocking and rolling, but you go down below and get in your rack and you're comfortable enough if you don't get seasick. Now, some people get seasick. Last night, like I said, it was very rough and it was very windy, about 20 knots, 17 to 20 knots, I figure. And I got down there and I was going to heat some water and have a cup of soup, and boy, I thought of that cup of soup. Made me kind of sick, so forget that. I went to bed without my supper. Actually, I had some ginger snaps and some milk. But not much more than that. So, that's about the size of it.